Welcome back. Dale Myers with Vision Advanced. We had a few technical difficulties earlier. This is part two, unintentionally part two, of our video on unlocking your potential. We were in the middle of talking about the very first, most important piece of unleashing this thing that's inside of you upon the world. Unleashing what I like to say, unleashing your greatness. That's just burning and seething, just bubbling underneath the surface. For some of you, it's flickering. At one point in me, it was flickering. It was still there, but it had been pushed and squished and subdued for so long. Sometimes self-inflicted, sometimes from parents, sometimes from teachers, sometimes from your spouses. In most cases, environment. Someone tried to extinguish, intentionally or unintentionally, someone attempted to extinguish your flame. And if you don't want to go so far as to say that they wanted to extinguish your flame, then they intended to diminish your flame. In my way of thinking, they attempted to diminish your greatness. You see, for some, they don't believe in greatness. They say that that's just too much to strive for, that let's just have a good life. And nothing wrong with having a good life, but who said you can't approach greatness during your good life? Who said you can't have a great life? Someone told you that, and you bought into it. I bought into it at one point in my life. To unleash your potential, to unlock your potential, you have to free your mind. You have to accept that I need to get better. And it's really about, wow, what kind of person do I need to become? What kind of a man accomplishes the things that I want to accomplish for my family? What are the habits of the kind of woman that would be a mother that not only raises highly functional children, but is able to do great things in the household, and like in my wife's case, is running a business and homeschooling? What kind of a person achieves that? Now, whatever it is in your life, whatever the thing is that you are trying to accomplish, that you are seeking, you still need to ask yourself those questions. What kind of a person do I need to become? What are the characteristics of that person? Am I walking in that today? And again, it's okay if you're not. This is our starting point. We start here. We just don't stay here. Unlocking your potential starts with this first thing right here, state of mind. We have to deal with what's inside of you before we can affect the world around you. If you are okay, your kids are okay. If you are okay, your household is okay. See, the first thing is within us. Better ourselves, change ourselves, and watch the world around us change. And this is the powerful part about this. Those closest to you will get the change as well. You become the role model. You emulate. And again, I need to step back because I know that some of you still not with me yet. You're still thinking, man, that's over my head because I'm in a place. I'm in a deep, dark place. I'm in that sunken place. And that's just, you know what, that's too much for me. That's fine. What you need to do is believe that today I can't get there, but I can get a little closer. What can I do today to start turning this ship in the right direction? What's the small act that I could take today? Is it I could just sit down and write out 10 powerful goals that I'd like to reach this year? That is a small, heroic step because you just set your mind on fire. Just the act of writing down the goal sets forces in motion. And I'm a physics and engineering guy. We start talking forces in motion. We start to build this thing called momentum. You just took a first step. Another first step you could take is simply own it. Own it. Acknowledge your mistakes. Acknowledge your failures. Be honest with self. Remember, outward success only flows from inward. We have to be authentic with self. We have to be clear about what we're doing, who we are trying to become, and who are we trying to get rid of. What parts of ourselves and others need to go? They need to leave. This thing is real. This thing is powerful, is mighty, is proven. You cannot be a progressive, a forward-thinking person being pulled down by people that think that you never can. Your thoughts are either moving you forward or holding you back. The people in your life are moving you forward or they're holding you back. So again, we're spending a lot of time right here because the state of mind determines your wealth. This thing again is real. Yes, I have to take actions. I have to make better decisions. I have to build better habits. But if I fix my state of mind, deal with what's inside of me, I learn the correct habits. I understand that I have to get better, and I seek out what are the successful people doing to build wealth? What are the successful people doing to become more productive, to be high performers, high achievers? What are they doing? And all I got to do is, okay, I got 10 bad habits. I got rid of one and I replaced it with one better one. That is progress. You don't have to do it all a day. And this is the thing. Don't worry about it. Don't try to be me. And I am so far away from where I need to be, man. I'm trying to get up there to the Elon Musk of the world, and in terms of financial, entrepreneurship and financial reward, all this other stuff. I'm trying to become the kind of man that runs an outstanding service businesses, changes lives, gives his homeschooling children an outstanding, top-notch educational experience, and makes my wife feel like she's the queen that she ought to be. And I have to ask myself, what kind of man does that? What does this person look like? And I have to also acknowledge that right now I'm falling short. I'm not 100%. I am not where I need to be. And I have to accept that. The people that are doing it, what are their habits? If I want the wealth, I got to do what the wealthy people are doing. And I'm getting better at that. And I am so on my way to that. Productivity. I have 10 times my productivity. Still far from perfect. So I'm improving. So again, change your mind. You start to recognize these areas of your life that you can improve in. And the interesting thing is no longer talking about it. You start to take the action. You change the mind. The thought comes before the action. That's what thinking people do. We don't just act. We think, then we act. The thought, changing your mind, comes before the action. And again, now we're getting somewhere. So that is the most important part about unlocking your potential. We have to deal with the state of mind. Now, number 2 on our list, desire. Desire. How bad do we want something? Your why has to be big enough. And I've talked about this in a couple of videos before, and I will link that in the comments below. Finding your why. But your why has to be something that causes you to move. I said we reset our mind, or we change our thinking so that we take action, and then our why causes us to continue even when we fall back, because you're not going to be perfect. You're not going to be perfect. You're not going to be close to perfect. Give yourself a little grace and say, that's okay. I'm better than I was yesterday. Opportunity to improve. Otis, opportunity to improve. When I coached football, one of my buddies, Coach Collins, that's what they had, the Otis squad, opportunity to improve squad. You make some mistakes, you got to get better. It came with consequences. Does not life come with consequences? When you make mistakes, you get the bad ones. When you make the right decisions, you get the good ones. So just wanted to sprinkle that in on you. I am not one of those people that's standing before you trying to act as though I have all of the answers. What I do have, I'm sharing with you. As I get better, I am giving it right back to you. I'm giving it to you, and I hope you receive it. So your desire though, your big why, it has to be backed up by something we already talked about. Real and powerful goals. Goal orientation is the thing that really sets the pace for all this other stuff. We get our mind thinking in the right direction, then we become goal oriented. We start to write down our goals. We come up with clearly defined goals. We write our goals in the affirmative. Then we come up with action plans, and we'll do some videos on goal setting specifically, like a whole process, how to design an action plan, some time management or productivity tips. And again, you don't have to have it all. Just go get started today. If you do nothing else, sit down and write out 10 powerful goals this year. Pick the most powerful one of that list and then start working on it tonight. Get up tomorrow morning before you do anything else. Give yourself an extra 1 hour and work on that one powerful goal. Do the hard part first. That's another video, but do the hard part first. You know what really separates the achievers from the underachievers? Everyone wants to do what they want to do. The difference is the people that are successful, they do the things that they don't want to do, and they learn. The most productive, they learn to do that ugly stuff first. Get that dirty work, the stuff that you really don't want to do, get it out of the way. Because often on the other side is a new skill or it's some new learning experience that just puts you in another position, another stratosphere. So now I'm in a better situation. So again, desire has to be backed up by goals. So I talked about it, I just didn't write it. Backed up by goals. Belief. This is all what we've been talking about. We don't have to spend a lot of time on this one. You must believe in yourself. And the reason I wrote it here, though, is just to remind you that it's you believing in you. Even when you fail, believe in you. Believe in the process of when I fail, I will analyze my steps. I will take corrective action. I will learn from the failure and apply it to a new scenario. Believe in yourself to know that this is where I'm starting, but it's not where I'm in. Where I'm in is this tied to my goal right here that I've written down. That it's okay. And if I'm my time frame is a little off for my goal, that's all right too. But I will reach the goal. It might not be 6 months. It might not be a year. It might be 15 months, but I will reach the goal. And I will learn from it. So next time I will do a better job of my planning and all this other stuff. Believe in yourself. When the doubters, when your family members, when the people at your job, when your friends, when they're telling you that you shouldn't be doing this, you should be doing what they're doing, when you shouldn't be, that you should be watching a football game with them. And again, I'm a football guy and I promise you I do watch football. I just don't watch as much as I used to. I used to be like every Saturday, Sunday, man, you know what it was. I was in front of the TV. I still love and watch myself some football. I'm a football junkie and I'm a coach. But I have to always ask myself, what is the best usage of my time? Which one is getting me the closest to my goal? And, I have to be authentic. Lastly, this one is also powerful. Patience. Delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. What does this mean? Is that you have a plan for your money. You make the money, you don't go spend it all. You put some of it in pots, you save some, you go invest some, and you let that money work for you over time. You make good decisions and you get your first client. You don't just beat them up with a poor product or service. You think of the 5th sale first, and you think in the future about how you can better serve that client. You delay the gratification so that you have a bigger win in the long term. This is huge. So many people are close, but they quit because they're not willing to keep toughing it out. They don't have the discipline. They don't have the patience to stay the course. Success leaves footprints. If you go back and watch some of the other videos, I know some of the stuff isn't sexy, but it's what the successful people do. If you want to run a multi-billion dollar enterprise, do what successful people do. Those videos I put up on strategy, that's stuff that I've charged people thousands of dollars for, and I will continue to do so in the future. Now, again, I can add more to it. But the point is, it's powerful. It will change your business if you apply the principles. Be patient enough. Don't just try to hit a home run every time. Be okay with taking a step and then another well-designed programmed step in the right direction. All right, get some base hits. You don't have to get a home run. To recap, to unlock your potential in life, the most important thing you have to do is deal with your state of mind. You must believe that you can do it. You must accept that you always could do it. You were steered in the wrong path. You were never given the right guidance, the right information. But there are tools that are out there. I am here for you. If I cannot help you, I will help you to find someone to get you to where you're trying to get to. That is my commitment to you. I will avail you of any resource that I do have, because again, this is so not about me. This is about the world I live in is better when we are all better. When I have my house on the hill, my yacht in the basin, I would like for you to have yours too. This is about raising us all up. Unlock your potential. The world needs your gift. It starts with your state of mind. Desire, backed up by goals. Continually believing in self and having the patience to persevere. Delayed gratification, to push off for now so that later I can have the things that I want. We'll do another video on that because there's some real psychology about that you really want to know. And once you understand this, you'll impress upon your kids and your grandkids this thing about delayed gratification. It's powerful. Having said that, what's the thing you're waiting to unleash upon the world? Tell me in the comments below. This is about unlocking your potential. What is the huge thing that you know you're getting ready to do? You know you're going to do. It might be this year. It might be 5, 10, 15 years down the road. But I want to know, what's the thing that you are getting ready to